Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all safe and staying at home. As you would have already seen from the thumbnail, in this vlog I'm going to be showing you two easy and super healthy breakfast recipes that can be prepared within 30 minutes. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first recipe is my husband's absolute favorite, pongal. This hardly requires 10 minutes of cooking and hence it's a super easy breakfast recipe, and at the same time it's packed with proteins and good carbs that's going to keep you full for a long time. So for this I've taken 1 glass of rice and half glass of moong dal that I've just washed maybe thrice in water. Next, in a hot pressure cooker, I'm just adding 2 teaspoons of ghee and allow it to melt. Once the ghee has melted, I'll be adding about an inch of ginger that I've finely chopped and 3 small green chilies that I've slit in the center. Just give them a good mix and maybe let them fry for about 30 seconds. Next, I'll be adding the rice and the dal mixture that we have washed and kept ready. Give it a good mix. So for the 1.5 cups of rice and dal that I've taken, I'm adding in 4.5 cups of water. Adding the required amount of salt. I have added maybe half a spoon. Close it with the lid, put on the whistle and cook it for about 5 whistles on medium flame. Open the cooker after the pressure releases by itself and our pongal is almost ready. As you can see, the consistency is perfect. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, just like how you get in South Indian temples. So next, for the tempering, in a tadka pan I have taken about 2 teaspoons of ghee. So once the ghee has melted, I'll be adding in about a teaspoon of jeera. Next, I'll be adding in a pinch of hing or Asafoetida. Allow them to splutter for a few seconds and then I'll be adding in about 2 teaspoons of pepper that I've crushed in a mortar. Next, I'll be adding in 2 teaspoons of Cashewnuts or how much ever you want. So once the Cashewnuts have turned a nice golden brown, I'll finally be adding in a sprig of curry leaves. Give it a good mix and allow it to fry for maybe 30 seconds. Switch off the gas and add the tempering to the prepared pongal and give it a good mix. And that's it, our super easy and tasty and healthy pongal is ready. My favorite combination would be pongal with hot sambar, but my husband's favorite is coconut chutney with pongal. You make it for him 365 days and he'll be a happy baby eating it. So the next recipe we're going to see here is Ragi Dosa. It's again super easy to make, super tasty and super healthy as well. So in a mixing bowl, I've taken about 1.5 cups of Ragi Flour. This is a store-bought Ragi Flour, and to that I'm adding the equal quantity of Rava or Sooji. Next, I'm adding in 3/4 of a cup of leftover dosa batter. But if you do not have leftover dosa batter, no problem at all. You can add 3/4 of a cup of rice flour as well. In goes 4 tablespoons of curd. The required amount of salt, here I'm adding about a teaspoon. Next we're going to be adding some flavoring ingredients. So first in goes some chopped curry leaves, an inch of ginger that I've finely chopped, some chopped coriander leaves, and about 2 green chilies that I've finely chopped. Next I'll be adding about a teaspoon of whole jeera, half a teaspoon of pepper powder. So next goes water. There is no particular measurement or quantity of water that we need to add. We just need to make sure to attain the right consistency. So the consistency that we're looking for is kind of watery, like neer dosa batter or rava dosa batter, if you already know how that is. Or in simple terms, we can say it should, look like masala buttermilk, if that makes any sense. Having said that, the batter might still look a little thick. That's because I've only added half the quantity of water now. We're going to close the container with the lid and let it ferment for maybe 20 minutes, after which we'll be adding the remaining amount of water. So after 20 minutes, the rava in the batter would have soaked up all the curd and water, and the batter would have thickened up even more. Now it will be the right time to add the remaining amount of water to attain the right consistency. So this is the consistency that we're looking for. I'm hoping the camera has caught it. It's definitely not too thick like a normal dosa batter would be, and it's a little on the watery side. Now would be a perfect time to check for salt and add more if required. Another important point to remember while making this instant ragi dosa is that when you're making the dosa, the tawa should be extremely hot, like how you just saw smoke should be coming from the tawa, because we won't be able to spread this batter like a normal dosa, and as soon as we pour, we're supposed to get all these holes. So if the tawa is not hot enough, you're not gonna get all these holes, and the dosa is gonna take super long to get cooked, and sometimes it might not even get cooked. So please make sure that the tawa is super hot. Also remember that this dosa will take about 2 to 3 minutes to cook on one side. It is a little longer process than making a normal dosa, but I think it's worth the wait. So once it's cooked on the bottom side, you can flip it over and cook the top side for another 2 minutes. This process is very similar to making rava dosa. So if you know how to make rava dosas in general, then this is exactly the same. So there we have these super yummy and super tasty instant ragi dosas. All we had to do was mix a few ingredients, wait for 20 minutes and start making these yummy dosas. Please do try these recipes and let me know how you like them. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did and if you liked my content, then give it a big thumbs up and do share your comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell to get notified on my upcoming videos. Follow me on Instagram as well. The link is given in the description box below. Come back next week for more amazing recipes. So until then, it's bye from Pooja. Bye.